Is content enough to grow your business? I thought it was, until it wasn't. This week's business book recommendation is for Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blount. If you're in business, sales, or running your own thing, this is the wake-up call you didn't know you needed. It's about getting serious about prospecting and why relying solely on inbound just won't cut it anymore. So what did I learn? Well, this book is a no-nonsense, straight-talking guide to filling your pipeline. It outlines the theory behind prospecting and then the practical techniques that you can apply. Yes, of course, not all will be relevant to you and your business, but understanding them makes a difference. It's about consistency. It's about carving out time to keep doing outbound activity, even if you're flush with work. He calls it the 30-day rule, which says the prospecting you do in this 30-day window will show up in your results 30, 60, 90 days from now. What did it make me think differently about? How much of it is about mindset and how much of what we think is framed by the few rather than the many? We all know about bad outreach. We've all experienced it. And that, at least for me, was why I didn't want to do any outbound. But I've bought from good outbound. I've bought where there was a relationship established and there was no sense of, this is a sale. How can you recreate that feeling in your prospects? How can you show up enough and consistently enough to build a pipeline without treating each person in that pipeline like a number in some kind of sales equation? What actions did I take? I've completely reframed how I approach business development. Content used to be enough. It really did in the early days of my business. Leads came to me either from LinkedIn posts or via people who had seen my LinkedIn posts. But now, not so much. Instead of waiting for leads, I've built time into my calendar for proactive outreach. How do you get onto the radar of people who might buy in an ethical and helpful way? What has the impact been? Well, when this post goes out, I'll be on maternity leave. I may or may not have had my baby yet, but for the first time ever, I have a pipeline. I have a list of people who may be interested in working with me post-maternity, who I can reach out to when I get back in a helpful, not I'm desperate because I'm just back from maternity leave way. It's the consistency and the mindset that has had the impact. Fanatical Prospecting is a punchy, practical read. It'll challenge your excuses and give you the tools to build a pipeline that doesn't dry up. If you're a business owner, a salesperson, or anyone responsible for growth, I think it's probably a must read. I highly recommend it. If you found this helpful, hit that follow or subscribe button so you don't miss the next Business Book Bites. And until then, have a wonderful day.